Tales of Shivaji, the Rani of Belavadi. In the year 1677, a Maratha envoy came with a message to Isha Prabhu, the Desai of Belavadi. The message was from Dadaji Raghunath Nedkar, one of Shivaji's most able commanders. He was thinking, swear allegiance to Shivaji in exchange for his protection? Never. I have great respect for Shivaji Maharaj. I admire his courage and love of freedom. But I also share his love of freedom. The messenger asked, does it mean? Yes, it means I want to remain free. The envoy left for the Maratha camp. Later, when Isha Prabhu discussed the day's happenings with his wife Mallamma, he was telling that ambitious Maratha commander Dadaji is not going to like my reply. But I am sure Shivaji Maharaj will, said his wife. The Desai was telling, I am not so sure. To him, I am just one of the many Desais he wants to bring under his sway. But his wife was telling, would that mean war? Yes, war and bloodshed. As expected, Dadaji laid siege to Belavadi. Maratha soldiers surrounded the fort. Dadaji was telling his troops, when they run out of supplies, they will have to surrender and come out of the castle. But Isha Prabhu was prepared for a siege. Desai had great amount of food grains which could last for years. Every attempt of the enemy to scale the fort was foiled. Dadaji was discussing in his army camp. He was worried. We have been here for over a month and the fort is not yet ours. We'll have to change our tactics. That night, a Maratha soldier stealthily scaled the wall of the fort without anybody noticing him, ran down the steps of the tower and made his way inside the castle, and to the place where the hay for the horses was stacked, and he set fire to the stack. The first to notice the fire were the guards on the rampart, and they were shocked. As they ran down, the Maratha ran towards the gates of the fort. Soon the Desai arrived on the scene. What are you doing here? The whole granary is ablaze, Maharaj, and the fire is spreading. We are trying to put it out. Desai said, the women and children will fight the fire. You all get back to your post quickly. But it was already too late. The Marathas had entered the fort. We will drive them out, every one of them, said Desai. He was ordering his army, follow me, every one of you. Isha Prabhu and his men fought so fiercely that the Marathas were compelled to retreat. Isha Prabhu was severely wounded, yet he kept fighting till the Marathas were driven out of the fort. Even as the gates were closed, Isha Prabhu fell from the horse. His men found him dead. When the Rani came to the spot, she touched the feet of her dead husband and picked up the sword lying beside him. The Rani declared, we will continue the fight. The following day, one of the ministers said, Rani Sahiba, the fire has destroyed all the food grains and no supplies can reach us until the siege is withdrawn. Dadaji will not withdraw the siege. What shall we do then, Rani Sahiba? Then we will break the siege, said Rani Sahiba. So the gates were thrown open. The Rani rode out in the horse, attacked them, thus ordering her troops. Inspired by her courage, the men fought fiercely. The Rani moved with lightning speed. Dadaji's men reeled under the attack. Dadaji thought to himself, we will lose the battle unless the Rani is contained. He ordered his soldiers, surround the Rani, disarm her. As the men closed in on her, the Rani fought even more vigorously. The soldiers were screaming, get her horse. The legs of the Rani's horse were hacked off, but the Rani was quick. She jumped off the horse and continued the fight, but she was struck from behind, and her sword flew off. She stood disarmed. No one moved towards her. All stood still. Then the Rani spoke. She declared, I accept the defeat. Please ensure that my people come to no harm. Dadaji agreed. They will be safe, Rani Sahiba. Later, when Shivaji was informed of the fall of Belavadi, He was telling, Dadaji, the Rani of Belavadi is a great woman. Bring her here with the respect due to a sovereign. When the Rani was brought to his camp, Shivaji stood up to receive her. And he was very respectful of her. Mother, I salute you for your bravery. I do not know who is the victor. I only know you are not the vanquished. You shall ever remain free. Shivaji Maharaj continued, I can't give you back your husband. I cannot give you back your freedom because you never lost it. I don't have anything to give, but I have something to ask of you. Your forgiveness, mother. Rani Sahiba replied, I entered your camp filled with hatred for him whom I had once admired. But your words have dispelled my hatred. I no longer feel bitter, said Rani Sahiba to Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj, bowing down to Rani Sahiba, said, Bless me, mother, I need your blessings. Rani Sahiba said, I wish you well, Maharaj. May God be with you always.